Legion Tactical Cutlery, welcome back, troops, Legionnaires, new recruits. As always, really appreciate you guys taking the time to check out my my videos and my channel. So yeah, man, look at what we got here. Just received it today. Thank you very much, Eafengrow. I am really excited, man. Just gonna wait a minute or two to see if anybody pops on. But yeah, look at this thing. This thing is pretty sick. Just got it today, and I am, hoping that I'm going to get to the Legion Outpost to do some heavy-duty testing this Friday. So, weather permitting, we'll be good to go. All right. It's been a minute, and whoever shows. So once again, this is the Eafengrow EF146 in a first time offering from Eafengrow in a Sleipner Steel. And Sleipner Steel is pretty good stuff, man. It's Swedish steel. So before I get started with anything else, let me know what you all have in your pockets. B for Baron, that is a gorgeous knife. Thank you very much, man. That is a very nice looking knife for sure. Let me all know what you guys are carrying today. Today, believe it or not, I am carrying this very old slip joint from Brothers. Okay, I've got a Legion premiere tomorrow morning. So I will try to be on it, and we can, if anybody has any questions. But check this out, man. This is a really nice slip joint from Brothers Knives. Let me all know what you guys have in the chat or in the comment section below. Cool. Let's go over some specs, and I'm going to do a nice close-up of this knife. I just wanted to do a Legion Live. I haven't done a Legion Live in a while. Every time I go to the Outpost or the other parks, I don't have the proper, cell phone reception, man. I've got only 1 or 2 bars. And in my experience, those 1 or 2 bars always freeze up the camera and stuff like that. So I've been doing Legion premieres. And, well, I'm in Wi-Fi right now, so I had the opportunity to do a Legion Live, and that's what I'm doing. So let's go over the specs. Once again, this is the Eafengrow EF146 in a drop point style. Kind of looks like a flat back to me, but their description is saying drop point. Overall length of this knife is 12.7 inch. With a blade length of 7.4 inch. Blade thickness is a hefty 8 millimeter. Wait till I show you. I'm going to compare this Brother knife to the thickness of this Eafengrow in Sleipner Steel. All right. It's about, the price tag on this is, hold on a second, I'm actually on the website right now, $89.99. And they have 10% off right now, redeemable coupon code of 10% off. All right. Let me continue on. So, blade material is Sleipner Steel. Rockwell for the Sleipner Steel is 60 to 62 HRC. The blade grind is flat. Looks like it's flat to me. Blade width is 1.85 inch. Blade type is saying it's a drop point. Handle length is 5.3 inches. Handle thickness is 0.91 inch. The handle material, it is G10 scales. I thought it was aluminum, but it's a two-tone G10 scale, so there's black and green mixed in. I'm going to show you soon. And the weight of the knife with the Kydex is a hefty 24.8 ounces. So it also features a full tang, a lanyard hole, a Kydex sheath, and a tech lock. Okay. So that the specs are out of the way, let's take a look at this massive blade. First things first, I want to show you all how thick this is. Okay, look at the spine over there. Okay, I'm trying to get the light. Look at how thick that is. Now look at how thick compared to this folder. That's insane. 8 millimeters thick, man. So I'm expecting myself to do some serious chopping with this knife, but let's take a look at this awesome blade, all right? Take a look at that. I know I can't fit it in the camera, so I'm going to do my best for everybody. Take a look at that blade. Look at the grind lines. Yo, mama is right, man. You took the words right out of my mouth, man. Look at that. Look at that. And now this particular blade doesn't have all that crazy, you know, these little squares all over in the middle. It's got some slight jimping over here. I think it's more decorative. It's got this little dip over here, but it does have some jimping over here to get, you know, your fingers for up close work or whatever. It does have a nice sharpening choil. It's pretty big. It's got some more decorative features over here, but as you can see, it's a flat grind. Or I guess some people's gonna consider this a high saber, but it is flat grind. Okay. Take a look at that tip. Take a look at the way. Look how thick that is, and look at the way that tip is set up. I just want to make sure I'm in focus. I love the, you know, this is not the first time Eafengrow has done this. They've done this type of blade grind before. I'm not sure exactly what that's called, but it's kind of like a reinforced type of a tip of some sort, man. It just looks good. You know, I just love the way it looks. All right, and there's the blade. It's massive, man. Small little Eafengrow logo. Okay, again, once again, it's got all the decorations, but look at that, man. Look at that blade. That is a beefy blade. You can see how thick that is too. Yeah, it tapers a little bit on the top, but over here on the sides, you know, it's very thick. It's the 8mm. That's pretty insane. Once again, some light jimping. Unfortunately, I don't have my EF141, man. Believe it or not, I store all my stuff in boxes after I'm pretty much done testing them, because I've got so many knives I've been testing. And then look how thick that is. There's the full Tang goodness right there, man. There is the full Tang goodness. Now, if you take a look at the scales, if you look very carefully, you can see it's a mixture of black and green. And it's almost like steps going up here, but it's smooth. Okay, you see that? So I don't mind the you know, the holes and stuff. Some people might not like that. I would have rather have a little bit different texturing. I kind of wish that they had the handle come in black or some other kind of you know, color in G10. Let me see if this has any kind of liners. Nope, no liners. No liners, but it has some nice finger grooves. The only other complaint I might have about this knife, and I haven't tested anything out yet, so I won't know, is that I wish there was a 1/2 inch or 3/4 inch a little bit more. And I'm going to show you why in a minute. All right, just wish it was just a little bit longer, because people with big hands might have a problem with the size of this this handle. But man, oh man, if this was just a 1/2 inch or 3/4 inch, you know, just a little bit more, I think a lot more people would appreciate this knife. But you can see that there's a really decent guard, and then, you know, they made some nice grooves over here for the hand. Now, let me show you my little complaint here, okay? Look at that. I mean, it just fits my hand, okay? Look at that. It just fits my hand. I just wish there was just a little bit more room over here, man. Just a little bit more room. But you know what? I'm going to put a lanyard on here, you know, and it should be good to go with chopping, because, you know, see, if I had that extra inch, or I'm sorry, extra 1/2 inch or extra 3/4 inch, my pinky would have been over here. You know what I mean? For such a big blade is what I'm saying. You know, for such a big blade, I think, you know, the handle is just a little bit larger, man. We're gonna, you know, but we're gonna test it out when the time comes, and I'm hoping this Friday. I'm hoping, fingers crossed, this Friday afternoon, I will be out there putting this to work, you know, giving it a good smashing. All right, I have no doubt that Eafengrow wants me to do that. The Eafengrow reps, you know, they always tell me, yeah, go ahead, you know, do what you got to do with it. They don't seem to have any issues with it. So just show you, give you a really good look of this right here. Everything is nice and flush. The fit and the finish is really, really nice, you know. Hey, Crispy Critter, it's been a while. How you doing, man? Removable scales. Okay, they are removable. I'm going to make sure I tighten them up before I go swinging this and go baton this, because I will be, you know, bashing this thing. Just wish this handle was just a little bit longer, man. You have no idea you know, how it's kind of bothering me right now, you know, if it was just a little bit bigger for the people with the bigger hands. In any case, let me see, holding it different ways. That's not so bad. This is not so bad holding it this way. Obviously, this way is good. Let me turn this around. Yeah, that feels pretty good in the for reverse grip. Okay, let me turn it around this way now. Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. You know, I'm a little weird in the camera because I don't have the space for it, but I will do a better job when I get out into the field of showing people how this feels in the hand when the time comes. So let me just turn this over safely. So the only thing that I feel right now is this digging in just a little bit. But because it's so rounded off over here, it shouldn't cause too much of a problem. So, you know, if you're going to cut meat and stuff like that, you need to hold the knife in different positions. It shouldn't be too bad. Is this a fighting knife, man? You know, I am holding it now. I'm just trying to, you know, wield it a little bit, man. Again, I'm back to wishing that this was just a little bit longer, you know, because I feel like something's missing over here. In any case, you know, once again, I got to test this out, man. But the fit and finish is really nice. Let's take another look at this blade, man. That blade is sick. The grind lines are really even, okay, on both sides. So if we take a look over here, that looks pretty good. See that? Nice and even. Let's look at this side. Yep, once again, see the little line right over here. The aesthetics is really nice, man. It's just really nice. They did a fine job. And I don't have any paper on me, but you have to believe me when I tell you this is sharp. It's pretty sharp, okay? Now, let's take a look at the sheath. I think they did the sheath right. All right, one of the biggest things I love about, you know, these type of sheaths is this little thumb ramp right over here where you could just push off. So they have that right. It is a taco style. It has a bunch of eyelet holes, right? And I kind of still wish, even though they're small spaces apart from the eyelets, kind of wish they had, you know, the slots here so you could add a pouch or, you know, other options. More, you know, I just like more versatility. The idea of more versatility in the sheath, which, you know, means more versatility for you guys out in the field. So it does have a tech lock on the other side, right? Standard tech lock that a lot of these manufacturers put on these sheaths. And you know what? I've worn these tech locks many times on my belt. These tabs actually work out pretty nice because my belt will fit perfectly in here and it stays nice and snug. You know, it doesn't get loose on the belt. But it could be used in the upright configuration or a scout configuration. But that's a big knife to be in a scout configuration. But I know that people do it. You know, I know that people do it. You give that a close, it's a nice snap, and then you can lock it into place, and this won't come out by accident. You know, if you press the button over here, it doesn't come out. So very standard with the, you know, with this company. So, or with and with all these companies from they have this tech lock. Let me pop the knife in for you all. Okay, it's a little loose in here. It's a little loose. It could be just my knife and my sheath, you know, that it's a little loose. Let me see the retention. You hear that? It's not coming out, but it's a little bit noisy. But I figure something this big, you know, unless you're going hunting. So, you know, lots of subscribers has said, put a clamp on here, get a heat gun, heat it up a little bit. They always say it's an easy fix. It's an easy fix. So I'm going to try that for this particular knife. But, yeah, man, I mean, that's nice. This is a big, hefty blade. So that's the sheath, you know. Let me show the collector out there, the box. And it's a plain Jane box. Again, mine came busted up, man. And I had to put some tape on it. So I don't know if it's Amazon that just throws this shit all over the place or what, but just a plain Jane box. Okay, let me open it up for you. It comes with the bubble wrap, you know, so You know, for the collector, after you enjoy looking at it and stuff like that, you can put it back in the bubble wrap. You put it back in the box. I mean, there's nothing else, you know, for this box from Eafengrow. It's just a bubble wrap, and then the box itself. But at least for the collector, you have something. Or even if you're using, you want to put it away nice and neat in the box with the rest of the collection of your knives. You have something. Okay, so that's a plus. Unless you guys have any other questions or you want to see anything else on this knife, I'll just keep on showing it a little bit. You know, I mean, that's a massive blade, man. It is substantially hefty, you know. It is a one big blade. And I definitely like the blade shape, you know. It doesn't have all that fancy. You know what, I didn't even think about it. I should have taken out all my other, you know, big knives from Eafengrow, and I would have showed you. They have all kinds of different designs over here, which is kind of weird. This has just got just little small things over here, and it's pretty much straight. But it's going to get a bashing. It's going to get a bashing for sure. I'm going to get a nice size log, and you know, we're going to do some testing. You know, so just make sure that when the time comes, there's going to be plenty of you know, I'm going to have some chicken wings and some beer. It's probably going to take a little while, you know, unless it just breezes through everything. But yeah, man, I'm excited to test this out. You know, I am very excited. Very excited. So I'll do a couple of shorts, and maybe in those shorts I'll, you know, I will show how sharp it is before I go out into the Legion Outpost on Friday. I'll cut some paper, some rope, etc., or whatever, and I'll show it. But you're gonna have to trust me on this one. I wouldn't lie to you guys. It is wicked, wicked sharp. Yeah, I don't have any paper. I don't have anything. So. And there's the handle once again. Generous sharpening choil, guard for sure. So I'm hoping that if I do a tip test, well, not hoping, when I do a tip test, I will be protected, you know, from slipping. This G10, you know, it looks smooth. It almost looks metallic to me, man. I don't know how that, you know, what kind of a color it is that looks metallic. Got the black one this evening. Amazing. Amazon packaging was shit. Handle was... Oh, your handle was scratched up, man? Oh, send it back, dude. Send it back. Get a replacement for sure. For the money that you're paying for this, absolutely. You know, send it back. Unless it doesn't bother you, but, you know, if it does bother you, send it back, man. Amazon has those great returns. You know, again, this almost looks like... I thought it was aluminum at first, man, but it's not. It's a G10, so... I mean, they're really getting good with the colors of this G10. And it's done so nice. Look at that. You could see the two-tone coloring in here. I kind of wish it had like a Rocky Mountain tread instead of the holes over here. But again, it's not bad. You know, for me, I've learned that, you know, once you get out there, the aesthetics and the looks of everything goes away if the thing starts working the way you want it to, man. That's what I've noticed, man. I got a good grip on this right now. This feels really good the way it is, you know? I just, dude, man, you guys have no idea how much I wish this was a 1/2 inch or a 3/4 inch, just a little bit more for the people with bigger hands, you know? In any case, still pretty good. Lanyard hole, right? Look how thick that is, man. Look at that. That's a hunk of steel. That's a hunk of steel. Yeah, I'm going to put it through its paces for sure. I'm going to put it through its paces for sure. Actually, you know what? I didn't show you this, but the choking up feels pretty good. Very comfortable. Little hot spot over here. I just felt, you know, doing the choking up. But, you know, if I'm wearing a pair of gloves, maybe. Actually, you know what? I'm going to do that on Friday. Wear a pair of gloves. Also see how gloves work with this knife, you know, because it's got the little bit shorter handle. So, yeah, I'm going to do, you know, some good ideas coming up for this Friday. And if anybody's got any suggestions for any kind of woodworking or anything like that for testing, let me know in the comments section, man, because I know I do a lot of my tests are pretty consistent, but I do that on purpose because each knife that I test, I want to make sure that they're similar to the tests and you get a good idea, you know, of how the knife is going to perform no matter what it is, you know. But if anybody out there, anybody has any other suggestions of using a knife outdoors, man, please, you know, write something up in the comments, man. I would very much appreciate that. All right, troops, man, if you guys don't have any other questions, I don't want to hold you up, you know. We all got work tomorrow in the morning, so let me bring awareness, everybody. Hashtag 22 a day, hashtag 22 a day no more. There are veterans and active military that once they get out of the service, they do face a lot of challenges. Unfortunately, one of these challenges is suicide. So after this video, what I'll do is I will put information in the comments section, description section, and you could call up those phone numbers, check out those websites. And there's also going to be a message from a Legionnaire. His name is Martin Miller, which I haven't heard from in a long time. I hope he's okay. He's a Vietnam veteran. He's been there. He's done that, and he has, you know, had these issues, and he's just has a heartfelt message for you all. Please seek the help you all have earned and deserved. All right, troops. If there's nothing else, thank you again. I really do appreciate. Wow, 14 people on. That's awesome for me, man. That's really nice, man. Thank you very much. Have a good night, and stay tuned for that Legion premiere tomorrow of that brother slip joint. It's a nice slip joint, man. I'm going to test that out too. Do some simple testing, but it will get tested. All right, troops, at the ready. Hold the line. You guys take care of yourselves. Bye.